Oh my gosh, you guys. So we already filmed this at 10 o'clock, and come to find out the sound was terrible. So next time that happens, you guys, make sure you let me know, because we went through a whole 20 minutes and there was terrible sound, and I apologize for that, because first of all, for me, because I'm doing it again, don't mind talking to you again, but still. And also for you guys, because that's super inconvenient, and I'm really sorry about that. So we're going to do it again, and this time I hope you can hear better. So happy Thursday to everybody, and hopefully we're going to have a better Thursday than when we started with at 10 o'clock. And I want to first make sure you can hear me. So give me a thumbs up if this sound is working, because the last time around it was not working, and I do not want to have that happen again. So give me a thumbs up if it's working. And then I want to just get started, because I don't want to waste any more of your time. I have those homemade Pop-Tarts in the oven right now, so I can show you what those look like when they're finished. And I'm going to show you how to make them. Super easy. 3 ingredients. Sorry, I'm looking at my Facebook right now watching your guys' stuff. Okay, so there's just 3 ingredients to make these, and it's just pie crust, and I like to use this pie crust or a name brand. It doesn't have to be this particular name brand, but I don't like to use off-brand pie crust because they tend to be not so great. And then it's jam. We're using raspberry jam because my family loves raspberry. And then you're going to use some sort of a wash. So it can be milk, it could be beaten eggs. I'm using beaten eggs. It could even be water, although I would prefer you to use some sort of a cream or egg. Let me check these and see how they're doing. All right, so the one I had put in the oven earlier is totally done. So this is what I'm going to show you how to make. Super easy little Pop-Tarts. I only made one earlier so I could get done quickly. These are fast, you guys. So I'm going to show you how to do this, but then stick around because I have questions about kitchen design. And I want to make sure before we go too far along that you are able to hear me. I'm checking my app right now. Okay, so I'm going to pull down the camera and show you how these are made. So we're going to go like this. You can see I already made some. All right, so I have my pie crust, and I made some of these earlier, so I already cut into them. So I have, this is thawed pie crust. It's not frozen, it's been thawed, and it's room temperature. So just take it out about 4 hours prior to when you want to make these. You know, if you put them in the fridge and take them out about 45 minutes beforehand, that should be okay. You just want them to be about room temperature. They can be a little colder than that. So I cut them into strips, the pie crust into strips, and it really depends on what you want yours to look like. I'm not picky, so I just cut them into strips, and I make mine a little smaller so my kids can't grab so much sugar at once. So you're going to take and put a dollop of jam on one side and kind of push it out to the corners, to the sides, like that. All right, and then you're going to take your wash and you're going to line the edges with your wash and make sure to get this back seam. Okay? My dog. Hello, say hi, Newton. And then you're going to fold this over and press the edges down. Like so. Okay, and then take your fork, press those seams together. This mostly just makes it look pretty. It's not really necessary, but it gives you that traditional Pop-Tart kind of look. Okay, then take a knife, cut 3 small slits in the top, your wash again, wash it over the top. And then I like to put a little bit of this is raw sugar. I like to put a little raw sugar on top, so I think it looks cute. And then you're going to put this right into your oven. I'm going to put this one on top. I'm going to put this one with the other ones. Put that right in there. And those guys are cooking out. All right. And it's as simple as that, you guys. So I'm checking my Facebook stuff. see how this goes. All right, so let me show you this if it's cool. And this is what you'll end up with. See that? Now this is still really hot, but look at that. Just a super simple homemade Pop-Tart. I mean, it doesn't get much more simple than that. So I'm gonna eat this in front of you while we talk kitchen. Ah, it's in selling. Okay, so I have a couple questions. First of all, last week I had shown you guys my kitchen and it was in remodeling mode. Still in remodeling mode, obviously. We haven't gotten that far because I'm kind of stuck in some design choices. First thing, these cabinets are the cabinets that were installed around 1970, we think. We're not really sure. Oak cabinets. We took down doors because they were grimy. They're in good shape, but they're just kind of gross and kind of grimy. So my first thought is to clean them up really well, sand them, and then paint them and save the money that I would have to spend on cabinets, and paint them white. Okay. The only issue is you can't see right here, but here's like a corner right here, and that corner has one of those dead space cabinets where they don't have a Lazy Susan here, and so I would really like to replace that with a Lazy Susan cabinet, but I'm not sure it's worth the money. And I'd like to know what you guys think, if you guys have had that experience before, and if you think it's totally worth the money. Because the other thing I was thinking is I have these countertops. These are laminate, really good condition, like they're perfectly fine, but of course they're laminate and they're ugly. So I'd love to replace these with white quartz or a butcher block. Or I'm thinking of DIY concrete overlay on the counters. What do you guys think about it? I mean, are you guys concrete counter fans? I'd love to hear what you think about that. So then I would have white cabinets and a concrete counter, and I wouldn't have to buy anything so far. Other thing, the flooring over there. Can you see the flooring? Okay, so that flooring is, of course, vinyl. The rest of the house has original hardwood floors, and we were hoping, fingers crossed, hoping that the kitchen would too underneath here. Well, we can't even get to them without going through a bajillion pieces of plywood, and we're not sure what's even there, so it's probably not worth the effort. Well, the problem is that if to put hardwood flooring in here to match the other house, or the other part of the house, would be really hard. So I am really thinking of going back with vinyl, but like a vintage look. So is that a really bad idea? I mean, I'd love to hear what you guys think about that, because I know vinyl was such a no-no for so long, but it's come so far that I'm kind of thinking of going with vinyl again and doing some sort of a vintage look with it. I don't know. Tell me what you think about that. So anyways, that's all I got today. Hopefully this video turned out better. I'm going to eat these Pop-Tarts. Make sure you say hi, leave a comment, grab your cookbook, and I will see you next Thursday. Adios, guys. These are really good.